motherland has arrived, and fortunately I am Superman of Doom. The people of the motherland have come. Fortunately I am the Superman of Doom chapter 72. I've known him for a long time, but every time I see him, I still feel extremely excited. Making me firmly believe that the power of the Star Dragon Federation is enough to defeat all evil invasions. Now, let's have a request, the people of the motherland. The words just fell. Needles could be heard falling in the square, and everyone at the scene held their breath and stared at the podium. And around the world, billions of human beings watch live broadcasts on TV screens and follow the present. However, after the introduction of the mayor of Shirakami City, no one took the stage. 10 seconds later, even the mayor of Shirakami City was puzzled, and many people in the audience suddenly looked up at the sky in amazement. What's that? More and more people raised their eyes, and the on-site news reporters also turned their cameras towards the bright sunny sky. Is it an airplane, a bird? No. That's a person. A person flew hundreds of meters above the square, and then fell straight towards the podium in the square. The flag of the Star Dragon Federation fluttered behind the man as a cloak. In this way, under the bathing of sunlight, under the observation of hundreds of thousands of people on the scene and billions of human beings in front of the TV, the young handsome man in the blue suit with fashionable hair flew down from the air and landed directly on the podium where the mayor of Shirakami City was. The mayor of Shirakami City smiled and said, "By the way, warm reminder, just now it was not the so-called special effect. The motherland really flies, and faster than an airplane." Quote, "Hello everyone, I am from the motherland." The people of the motherland looked around and revealed a charming bright smile. Really fake? This was definitely the first time that 9 out of 9 people in the Star Dragon Federation had seen the extraordinary power with their own eyes, and everyone stood in place in shock. Motherlanders. I don't know who shouted first. Immediately, the call of "Motherlandman" echoed in the square. The mayor of Shirakami City smiled. His initial reaction was not much better than that of the people, so he gave up the podium very wisely. The hands of the motherland pressed down, and the aura of the extraordinary strong pervaded, making the square quickly quiet. I am the head of the supernatural department in the Western jurisdiction, and I have been working to combat potential transcendent invasions and keep citizens safe. The motherland stood alone on the podium, with a perfect smile, and after the flight debut, began an unusually righteous and passionate speech. After the speech, it was the reporter's turn to ask questions, and suddenly hundreds of hands in the front row were raised. "Come on, young lady." The motherland casually nodded, a sexy female reporter with a towering chest. The female reporter shook her chest violently with excitement and asked, "Motherland, what do you think of the Foggy incident in the East?" Quote. Other media reporters also looked straight at the motherland. This is the most pressing question they, the people of the Federation, want to know right now. The people of the motherland naturally also know that they cannot bypass the Foggy incident. I heard about it on the day of the accident, and I immediately applied for support. The people of the motherland smiled slightly, and said with a little regret, "Unfortunately, due to improper communication between the East and the West, the nuclear bomb was dropped at that time, so I want to explore it again after a while." Quote. "Yet, I don't have to change my day, so let's go now and go into the fog. The fog that everyone fears, in the population of the motherland, is as easy as going to the supermarket to shop." So, after saying this sentence, under the shocked eyes of countless people, the motherland on the podium bent his knees slightly, and then took off on the spot, like a humanoid cannonball soaring into the sky at great speed. Breaking through layers of sound barriers at an altitude of 100 meters, and flying towards the eastern part outside Shirakami City. Left in place, the stunned crowd of spectators took a while to react. The people of the motherland should go east, deep into the foggy area. Descend, go deep into the forbidden area of mankind with countless unknown monsters, nuclear radiation, and more. On this day, a global sensation. The motherland flew over the border of the western jurisdiction, flew over the sea, entered the eastern jurisdiction, and flew straight to the Dachan Autonomous Prefecture. Along the way, people from all over the world photographed the flying figures of the motherland going east. The more you enter the Dachan Autonomous Prefecture and fly towards Tianhe City, the less you can see humans. Until, in the field of vision of the people of the motherland, a white fog appeared that connected heaven and earth and shrouded everything. This is the foggy area of the SS intrusion level. The motherland stopped high in the sky beyond the edge of the fog, their blue eyes narrowed. Actually, a week ago, he said that letting the nuclear radiation be lowered and then come back was just a pretentious word, and with his physique, he was not afraid of nuclear radiation. After all, if the impact of the mist incident did not expand, how could he make an official appearance in front of the public? If I can solve the fog incident, then I can follow the trend and ascend to the real altar of everyone's attention. The corner of the motherland's mouth raised a curve, and then, without hesitation, continued to fly and rush into the misty shrouded area. He wanted to see what could stop him inside this fog. 0082 The most terrifying existence in the depths of the fog. Call. The motherland flew into the misty shrouded area, the white mist stirred, and gave way slightly to a passage under the strong wind. The Motherland people fly at an altitude of 100 meters, and their eyes pass through supervision and perspective, ignoring the fog with extremely low visibility, and quickly scan the places they pass below along the way. The edge of the foggy area, which covers thousands of kilometers, is a field with abandoned vehicles and various items left on the road, apparently left behind by local residents who evacuated a few days ago. In addition, there are no living creatures in sight, lifeless, like the territory abandoned by humans for many years. The Motherland continued to fly for several kilometers, and the white fog ahead suddenly turned gray-black. Oh! The people of the Motherland raised their eyes and glanced at it. It was not a gray-black fog, but a monster bird and beast the size of a vulture, but because it was densely gathered in a group, it looked like a gray-black fog. He naturally recognized that this was the misty bird in the misty event file report, the winged thrush. It is only judged as a Class F hazard factor, and saliva has a corrosive effect. The minions and ferocity are several times that of ordinary falcons, and they hunt in groups, which will be tricky even for ordinary armies. Come on. The people of the Motherland looked at the flock of misty birds flying over, and the corners of their mouths raised an arc, without the slightest intention of evading, but crossed their hands in front of their bodies. The next moment, his flying speed suddenly soared tenfold, breaking through the sound barrier at once, and the Star Dragon national flag hunted and moved, turning into a cannonball and rushing into the group of winged thrushes. In a split second, countless winged thrushes screamed in panic, and a cloud of blood mist exploded, forming a forward blood trajectory in the air. And countless winged thrush wreckage spilled towards the misty area below. That's it. The people of the Motherland smiled coldly, lowered their blood-stained hands, and glanced back, their faces full of disdain and arrogance. He stopped scouting, flew directly at full speed, and flew towards the center of the foggy area, that is, the first to fall and be nuclear exploded. Along the way, the deeper you go, the more misty monsters you encounter. Motherland people come into contact with each category separately. Basically, they correspond to the monsters that have been registered and described in the files of the Misty incident. For example, the same social fog spider, the spit-out spider silk with high temperature, is registered as an F dangerous invasion factor. The 6 or 7 meter tall misty mantis moves quickly and sensitively, and the mantis knife can cut metal street lamps, which is registered as a D-level dangerous intrusion coefficient. At least 10 meters on, the mountain-sized mist tentacles have enough defense to resist bullet strikes, and the several tentacles used for long-range hunting are extremely fast. Boom. The fog lifted a corner. The Motherland swooped down, burst the head of a misty mantis with one punch, and then quickly turned around, and the red glowing eyes burst out with heat rays, cutting a large fog tentacle monster about 100 meters into two. That's it. The people of the Motherland tried their hands and continued to take off, getting closer and closer to Xianxia City, which was the destination. The hideous and terrifying misty monsters passing along the way are all not his one-hit enemies. This invincible scene of chopping melons and cutting vegetables was naturally also captured by the miniature camera worn by the Motherland. The corners of the Motherland's mouth are getting more and more up. He was worried that he didn't shoot the material before, but now he has anticipated in advance that he is hailed as a superhero, a savior, and an honorary seen of gods by the outside public. Sure enough, the Eastern Mist really came to the right place. Fans, a billion start is not too much, right? Until they arrived at Xianxia City in the depths of the fog, the people of the Motherland thought so happily. A week ago, the source city of the earliest outbreak of fog invasion, Xianxia City. The people of the Motherland had just flown into the suburban area, and their brows instantly furrowed, and they smelled a thick smell of blood and decay, which floated along with the cold and thick fog. Looking down, the city is full of the remains of fog monsters and humans. The streets resembling the ruins of the End are a messy and ruined scene. Nests of fog spiders and fog insects breed, and large fog mantis and fog tentacles can be seen everywhere. Chapter 1